In our current understanding, it's often suggested that humans operate with only a fraction of their brain's potential, predominantly engaging the subconscious, estimated to be around 5 to 10%. This limited utilization is like peering through a keyhole, offering a narrow view of our capabilities. Imagine if the latent reservoirs of our minds were fully unlocked and activated. Our existence as we know it now might be akin to a primitive state characterized by an undercurrent of uncertainty, fear, and division. This restricted usage of our cognitive potential keeps us ensnared in a cycle where self-preservation reigns supreme. We navigate the world primarily concerned with individual welfare, inadvertently neglecting the strength that unity and collaboration could bring. The consequence of such restricted cognitive access is profound. We stumble through existence, susceptible to manipulation and persuasion, easily swayed by external forces due to our lack of comprehensive awareness. Yet, hidden within the depths of our untapped mental capacities, lies a dormant power waiting to be unleashed. This dormant potential, if fully harnessed and integrated into our conscious creation, could revolutionize our world. With a fuller awakening of our cognitive faculties, humans might perceive the interconnectedness of all existence. Empathy would flourish, fostering genuine connections and unity. The understanding of our collective strengths would surpass the barriers of personal interest. The shift from a limited capacity mindset to a fully awakened state could be revolutionary. It could be a catalyst for profound change, ushering in an era where compassion, cooperation, and authentic connection drive humanity's progress. Dormant neurons within our brains would stir into complete wakefulness. All current grievances, mental conflicts, illnesses, and pain would dissipate into nothingness. This transformation would mark the evolution of human consciousness, embracing the boundless potential inherent in our collective awakening. As we unlock the remaining percentages of our cognitive prowess, we begin to grasp the infinite possibilities that lie within, paving the way for a brighter and more enlightened future. The human brain was intricately designed to attune to every frequency of thought from the divine mind, encompassing the entirety of knowledge. Nevertheless, its activation to receive these frequencies depends on what one permits it to perceive. Regrettably, a majority of people limit their brain's reception to lower frequency thoughts rooted in societal consciousness. These thoughts, being restrictive and narrow, confine the brain's capabilities, leaving much of its potential dormant and unawakened. When people solely conform to societal norms, their mind remains limited due to their resistance toward thoughts diverging from the established beliefs of their family, friends, society, or doctrine. Their thinking and analysis are confined solely to thoughts acceptable to others, thus closing their minds to any divergent ideas. As a result, this hampers the activation of mental faculties crucial for engaging with higher thoughts. When you do not have control over your mind, it directs you, sometimes leading you astray. It's like traveling in a cart with the horses running wild, without any direction or purpose. What you must do is stop being just a passenger at the mercy of the horses, and firmly grasp the reins to steer the cart towards your destiny. The mind is a very powerful tool, but you must learn to tame it. Connect your mind to your heart, and you will experience serenity at the deepest level. A person who is a genius and knows things that others do not know is someone who has allowed their mind to venture into thoughts that go beyond the borders of social consciousness. They have opened their mind to contemplate the extraordinary and brilliant thoughts that go beyond the limited thought of the human being. They have allowed themselves to consider and reason with these thoughts, while others have rejected them. Therefore, they are able to receive and reason with these thoughts because they have activated those sections of their mind that enable them to do so. The atrocity of a closed mind is that it prevents one from experiencing joy and keeps them enslaved to the illusions of the human being. It prevents them from knowing their glory and that of what is called God, or higher power. As long as they live and think according to social consciousness, they will never venture into the unknown or contemplate the possibility of greater realities. They will always be afraid of change because they have accepted only the limited thoughts that have been instilled in them. Every time a person accepts a superior thought, it activates another part of their brain to give it significant use. This activates other portions of their brain for more thought, more receiving, and more knowledge. When one wants to experience the superconscious, the unlimited thought, their pituitary gland begins to open and flourish like a magnificent flower. The more it opens, the greater the flow of hormones, and the more the latent parts of their brain are activated to receive the highest frequencies of thought. In the spiritual realms or dimensions of existence, nothing is impossible. If something can be conceived or reflected upon, it is deemed to exist because anything dreamed or imagined is already part of the realm of existence. Therefore, anything that is allowed to be thought exists, and everything that one allows oneself to think, they will experience, since their electromagnetic field will attract it to them. We are not simply biology in a mortal body with a mind. We are the consciousness in which all experiences occur. Our daily reality is but a hypnosis of social conditioning, and as our consciousness changes, so too does our perception of reality. The human mind possesses immense capacity. However, due to our limited thinking, we only use a small part of this potential. Our body operates in harmony with our mind and collective thoughts. Each thought that permeates our brain serves to energize and nourish every cell within us. There exists a profound interconnectedness among our brain, physical being, and thoughts. They mutually influence each other. The way we think affects our body, and our body responds to our thoughts. Therefore, the quality of our thoughts is important for maintaining a healthy mind and physical well-being. Did you know that 95% of mutations causing diseases are related to our lifestyles? Factors such as sleep, stress management, meditation, exercise, nutrition, personal relationships, social interactions, and environmental connection with all contribute to our genetic activity. From a young age, we are often conditioned to believe in limitations and to accept societal norms that may not be in alignment with our true potential. This programming can negatively impact our mindset and diminish our vitality, as we may begin to doubt our capabilities and potential for growth. These limiting thoughts can degrade the vital force within our body, because the thought of lack of motivation and limited potential sends an electric spark of low frequency to each cell structure, degrading their energy. As this energy declines, our body's agility diminishes, reducing its capacity for rejuvenation and self-restoration. Yet, those parts of our brain that have not been activated have the capacity to rebuild any damaged part, if we only knew it. When we know that our body can heal itself, that thought sends a greater spark through our central nervous system to the damaged part, causing the factor of DNA within each cell to duplicate and rebuild the cell perfectly. This is miraculous, and it is our birthright. Yet, why do we confine ourselves to social norms? Why do we not embrace the belief that we are sovereign beings, divine entities with infinite consciousness, possessing complete knowledge? It is because we have chosen to live in the shadow of social consciousness, to dress, act, and think like the herd, so that we may be accepted and survive. But in doing so, we have given away our power, our sovereignty, our identity, and closed our minds to greater knowledge. When we examine our thoughts, emotions, and physical bodies, we come to realize that we are not merely our body and mind. Rather, we have a body and mind, but our true identity transcends these physical and mental constructs. So who are we? When we come to the realization that everything we thought was real is not, including our own sense of identity, we can be thrown into a profound existential crisis. But this crisis can lead us to two paths. The first is the dark night of the soul, a deep depression when everything we thought was real is no longer real. The second is crossing the threshold to discover nirvana or illumination. We realize that we are not just our bodies and minds, but eternal beings capable of transforming into any experience, including the human experience. In the traditions of Oriental wisdom, the roots of human suffering are identified as confusion regarding our true identity, attachment to transient experiences, fear of anything, identification with our ego, and fear of death. All these issues stem from not knowing who we are, which is the most significant question that all humanity should contemplate. When we start this deep self-reflection, we awaken our true selves, which is not body or mind, but the consciousness in which the experience happens. And when we go into the stillness of meditation, we can have a revelation of the truth, the consciousness of consciousness itself, leading us towards the state of nirvana. Picture standing before an ultimate connection, the source of energy, the very essence that intertwines all we perceive and all that which remains beyond our grasp. This connection grants us access to untold power, unraveling and activating the full extent of our DNA, revealing profound truths about our existence, purpose, and ultimate destination. It opens the door to astounding knowledge, addressing questions that have long eluded us. Who are we? What is our true purpose, and where does our path lead? Beyond confining us solely to this world, this connection extends to realms beyond imagination. In these diverse dimensions, each distinct realm aligns with a specific form or body, suggesting that humans possess multiple manifestations, each tailored to flourish within varied spiritual planes of existence. This signifies one of the attributes associated with utilizing 100% of our mind's potential. An entire universe awaits exploration, teeming with unimaginable worlds and beings from diverse realms and various stages of evolution. Love, compassion, empowerment, contemplation, completeness, and life itself. These experiences form part of the totality that awaits discovery. Just like any muscle in our body, our mind requires training to reach its full potential. Engaging in practices such as meditation, visualization, and embracing the unknown can strengthen our cognitive abilities. By exploring fresh knowledge beyond established dogmas and expectations, we expand our mental horizons. Challenging ourselves with new experiences, remaining open to the unexpected, and nurturing a habit of continuous observation and introspection allows us to experiment and cultivate our conscious capacity and awareness. These deliberate practices serve as exercises for our mind, helping it evolve and grow, enabling us to navigate the complexities of life with a clearer and more expansive perspective.